I think my bedroom is going to be the new setting for these kind of videos. It's a lot more convenient because lately I haven't had any good opportunities to record in my bedroom, well, in the dining room, so I have to do it in my bedroom instead. So this is what I'm doing from now on. This is going to be yet another one of those ranting videos. It's a different kind. If this went into its own category, it would have been of me ranting about slightly more significant things. Yeah, this one, something you guys probably don't even know about. It's just me wanting to rant about my school, not being able to get my school schedule changed for a little bit. So last year we were able to pick out the classes we wanted to take for next year. I decided to drop Spanish because I had absolutely no interest in continuing it. And I decided to put art in there instead because art was something I've wanted to do for a long time. I took art in 6th grade, and I enjoyed it, but in 7th grade I ended up having to drop art because apparently a class called Health was required for the 7th graders, which I have no idea why we even had to take Health, or why we had to drop a whole elective to do it, because we did almost nothing in Health every single class. Because it's run by the coaches in PE, and pretty much every single health class is just, hey, drugs are bad. Now you have free time for the rest of the period. So in 8th grade, I had the opportunity to take art instead, but I decided to do Spanish instead, which is something I don't want to do again. For some reason, I continued doing Spanish last year as well. But yeah, so I decided to drop it. I don't know, thinking back, maybe it probably would have been a good idea if I didn't do art last year, because later in the school year last year, our art teacher did something absolutely horrible and they ended up having to fire him and replace him with a new one, so it probably would have been best not to get into that. But anyway, yeah. So on the first day of school, we got our school schedules, and I was not put into art. Instead, they put me in a weird class called Music and Society instead. I don't know why they put me in that, why they decided to do it. It's a class I didn't want to do. I don't know who would ever take a class called Music and Society. It turns out literally no one who was in that class signed up for it on purpose. It's just really just everyone who tried to get into some elective, but it was full, so they put them in this instead. However, we were able to send requests to get our schedule changed via Google Forms. It was due on Friday, but yeah, I tried to do it early. I did it on I filled it out on like Wednesday or Thursday. I stayed in the class for a little bit to see if it's something I'd enjoy. It wasn't really, so I decided to switch it. Under reason why, I put one of the bulleted points there, which was because the class I signed up for wasn't on my schedule. So that's what I did. So I recently got an email regarding my schedule changed, and apparently, according to them, it doesn't meet the criteria, which makes no sense because it absolutely did meet the criteria well, you know what I mean. It never, the email never explained what criteria it doesn't meet. It just decided to say that it doesn't meet it. And the worst part is the thing at the bottom, it just says, please do not email your counselor in regards to the schedule change. That thing at the bottom makes it almost sound like they're just trolling me. Like this isn't a real thing, they just want to troll me and make me mad. So it looks like I'm not doing art this year, I'm stuck in this music class. At this point, there's not really any point in trying to continue getting a change, because it's now the 3rd week of school, so I'm already too far into it to do this anymore. But yeah, after this I only have 2 more years of school left to try to get into art, and